And we're joined by Gord Lovegrove, the best name in the campaign. So you got that going for you.
Thank you.
So tell me, or tell us, why are you running?
Well, I'm a longtime Kelowna resident. I'm a happily married father of 4 that's had the privilege of starting as a founding professor of the School of Engineering at UBC. And I got the expertise that quite simply just offer to Kelowna. We're at a critical time in Kelowna's history. We've got citizens that are flocking to us, and we're in danger of becoming victims of our own success with a quality of life that is pretty well second to none, except that the recent citizen survey has identified some issues, about affordability, housing, safety, growth, agriculture, that happen to exactly match my areas of expertise. And I've had the privilege, and I've been proud to say I've taught many of the sons and daughters in this valley across Canada and BC in these exact same areas. System planning and design of sustainable communities, safety, transportation, railway systems engineering.
These are issues that you study with your students, and it is sort of right up your alley. But is it too ivory tower? That's what some people might say.
Absolutely.
Oh, he's off there. Yes. He's off there at the university. This is the real world over here.
Well, let me tell you, Ken, I hear that, and that I understand is a perception. But honestly, I have lived around the world in communities. I've lived and been an engineer, a practicing professional engineer for over 20 years before I came to academia. So I have got practical demonstrated experience working in cities across BC, large and small, urban and rural, getting the job done. I have a domain that is about safety and systems thinking. That is my legal and ethical requirement. I'm a very solution-oriented, system, strategic thinking guy. I've got UPass for 50,000 students at UBC that reduce traffic so much that they notice a 7% drop in congestion on the Lionsgate Bridge. It's tripled transit use. So I am used to getting things done and bringing a fresh approach, creative, that keeps things affordable, efficiency, and with energy and creativity.
Topping the list of issues right now seems to be these people that populate the downtown who have addictions, mental health issues, homelessness. Are there any, at least partial solutions that you see being missed right now that you could talk about?
Well, actually, I'm the technical lead on UBCO's homelessness research cluster right now. I'm working with the dean of the School of Social Work.
So you're working on it, but
Absolutely.
What have you got?
Absolutely. Well, one of the things we know is that homelessness happens from a variety of causes. It's an extremely complex problem. So we need to deal with giving them hope and community. And one of the things that we can do to give them hope and community is actually getting out there with housing and support systems, socialization. Social isolation is worse for your physical health than smoking 15 cigarettes a day. When you lose hope, there's self-medication. That leads to addictions, and there's a downward slide. Poverty is related to all of this. So how do we do that? Well, one of the things we're working on is how do we create supportive housing? Well, I'm pushing for Kelowna's first co-housing. I'm also leading a research group and partnered with Kelowna Intentional Communities to actually get co-housing in Kelowna. And that is an intentional socialization where you have all walks of life, all socio-demographic walks, whether you're a student, whether you're a senior, and families and everybody in between, to look at a complete smarter growth community.
Right. Okay, transportation. This also fits into some of the stuff
Absolutely.
That you're looking at UBCO. Are there any concepts there that need to be better applied?
Well, one of the things I'm seeing is that we cannot continue a business as usual approach in the city that's created orphan communities up hillsides that we can't afford. We don't have the tax dollars to service. So we need to start looking at smarter growth development patterns. We need to start looking at more life cycle cost as opposed to falling to temptation with penny wise and pound foolish short-sighted solutions. We need to look at growth patterns that are affordable and connect us as a community. I think that is one thing I hear about people that are new to Kelowna, is that I'm having trouble getting connected. We need to connect people and bring back community. One of the things, for example, in City Park is safety, right? Safety concerns. I mean, homeless people in parks causes some other people to be uncomfortable. How do we deal with that? Well, again, there's a school of thought, the RCMP are training this, I'm training this, I train my students. It's called crime prevention through environmental design. So the police are out there doing their best, but they can't be there 24/7. So my father-in-law, he volunteers for Community Watch, Block Watch, those are great. The victims, we have to own not walking into dark alleys, and the engineers have to do their part, bringing a design that includes lighting up dark alleys or bringing people and events. Like what happened to the buskers in City Park? The Athens were on your very show talking about the Kelowna Aquatic Center. Why can't we bring that back? Bring people. Natural surveillance is a huge idea.
I can hear you've got piles of ideas that can't be packed into 5 minutes, but they're up.
Really
Thank you for
appreciate
watching
this.
Kelowna
Awesome.
Now.